Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of TFG Tuesdays, and we are joined by our man Toby Green every single week on a Tuesday. Tobes, great to have you back. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How you going? All good?
Yeah, going well. Watched every minute of your game on the weekend. Had a nice quiet one. Obviously, we have a big week ahead. We're going to Adelaide for Gather Round at the Cumbie. There'll be a lot of beers flowing, and we start at 4 p.m. on the Friday. So I've just saved myself for Gather Round, mate. So quiet weekend, but everything's good on my end. How was your day today? What'd you get up to on your recovery day?
Nah, very cruisy, mate. Yeah, just down the beach. It was 25 and sunny in Sydney today, mate. So very, very beautiful day down there.
Just rubbing it in, are you?
Yeah, I don't know. What was it in Melbourne, mate? Did you see some sun today?
Wasn't too bad. The weather's been okay.
Yeah, so very cruisy. And then I'll probably have a little sauna and ice bath tonight once Isla goes down, mate. So very cruisy.
You've got the sauna set up at your house, I'm hearing. You've got your own professional setup. They're starting to call you LeBron James. You're just starting to really indulge in your career at home.
Oh, it's good, mate. It's the Revel boys have looked after me. I do it every night, just about at the start of the week, and then Das and Cads might come around tonight. There's always a few boys popping in.
Well, mate, it must be working because Das, we'll talk about him in a second, and Cads, they're flying. Now, quick one from last week. It was I had Billy Brownless on the podcast. He was fantastic. Hopefully you checked that out. But
Big Bill.
Stevie J's not happy. He's commented on a post and said that's made up. And he wasn't happy with you making up a rumour that he's not allowed in the pub Monday to Friday. So has he hit you up with a text or anything?
Yeah, he wasn't happy. A bit of mayo on it. That's all right. It's good that he shut it down, and I'm sure it has happened in the past. But yeah, might have been false on that one, mate.
He'd be flat with that. Before we move right into the game and review the Eagles, what were your comments? I saw last week, I think it was Mitch Cleary reported that Collingwood was telling the AFL that they're done with playing opening round. That's the report. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, I can see why they're done with it, but I don't think it's up to them. So wait and see what the AFL come back with. But I reckon the opening round's a great initiative, and I hope it goes forward. So I don't know. I'll wait and see where they play the grand final then every year. They might change that.
You saying we should move it?
Every second year, it should be in a different state, is my opinion.
There you go. And just tap into that. Like, what about the stadiums, though? Like, you can't fit 100,000 in, so that would be me playing devils here.
Yeah, well, Perth has one, Adelaide has one, Sydney has one, Brisbane has one, and then it's at the MCG every other second year. So they still get they sign that 50-year deal, but every second year they get it. I reckon it's a good way to grow the game. Good way to bring it to different areas. I reckon create huge buzz. If it's in Sydney once every 8 years or 10 years, if it's in Adelaide once every 10 years, it'd be a pretty cool experience, I reckon. So I reckon it'd be a good idea, and I reckon you'd get great buy-in, and probably makes it a little bit more even, the competition as well. I imagine Adelaide made it this year, and they had an Adelaide Grand Final. It'd be a fair turnout, I would have thought.
Well, I'm a big fan of NFL, and it's starting to feel like that's where is that where your idea come from, the NFL?
Well, yeah. I mean, but I know the AFL signed a big deal and long deal with the MCG. I think they signed for unders. They'd realise in hindsight, but So I know they can't get out of that, but that's a way potentially to do it and broaden the game and bring it to different areas that would love it.
It would be exciting. I know. I was there for the one in Perth, and actually, I think I was there for the one in Brizzy. I just didn't go to that game, but yeah, they've done it before and it's worked well. So they've got it's not like they can't say it doesn't work because it went off in Perth.
I think that Perth one was the most viewed grand final as well. So
because everyone in Melbourne couldn't attend. But anyway, we'll move on. I love your take. Let's get that up on the polls. I want to know everyone in the comments here on YouTube. We love our comments on the YouTube, don't we, Tobes? Everyone, get your comments in YouTube. Should the AFL leave Melbourne and be spread out every second year? That's a great take. Let's review the Eagles game. I want to start off with the King, Jesse Hogan. He just doesn't miss.
Well, it's a fair game. Yeah, it was pretty special. It's just his hands, one-on-one, his abilities. Well, he's the best in the comp. He's the best in the comp at it, and we got a front row seat to it, and he's been doing it for a good period of time now. So we can continue to give him one-on-ones and move the ball with a bit of speed, and he's going to be hard to stop, just full stop.
He did give a little Joe the Goose over the top. I think it was to Cads. Does he regret giving that one? Because it would have been nice for him. I don't think he's kicked 10 before.
No, they come in swings and roundabouts though.
Not
no,
10. Not 10,
he wasn't on 9 at that stage though, was he? No.
I think he was on 8 goals for 8 touches at that point, and then he ruined his streak and went 9 disposals and 8 goals, and then he ended up getting his 10th disposal and 9th goal the 2 minutes later.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't regret it. But we did try and do everything we could to get him to 10. We just probably overplayed it a bit much.
I'll tell you what, you tried everything to get the package involved. He's kicking like our man Khaled. He might need to go and have a couple of extra set shots this week, the big package. He normally's a dead-eye dick.
He is. He'll be fine, mate. We do have a comp pretty much every session, and I've been beating him, so he needs to get to work on it. So but Khaled's not a bad kick, to be fair. He just can't spread.
Just a bit one pace, do you reckon?
Well, one effort.
One effort. Well, there's definitely no defensive trends if you watch his Thursday night basketball tournament that he used to be in. Just on the package, was there a bit of banter? Because you can see that we're trying to get him a goal, and he hasn't kicked a goal for the Giants yet. So was there a bit of banter in the change rooms?
Nah, not really. I guess we were more trying to get Hogs 10 than he'll be fine, mate. He'll kick plenty throughout the year, and he just provides another option up forward as well. He knows what he's doing out there, and he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. I tell you what, that forward line is stacked. One of my favourite players, Darcy Jones. He's got to be one of the most exciting players in the AFL. Every time I watch, you did tell me he's one of the quickest in the AFL, but yeah, you can certainly see on the footy field how quick he is now. He's one of the most exciting players, I reckon, there is.
Yeah, he's speed kills in this game, and he has it in abundance. So, he's just electric and plays a really, he works really hard as well, up and down the ground, both offense and defense. His pressure's unbelievable. So, he's got what pretty much 99% of the comp don't. So it's great when we get to see it.
A couple of don't argues I noticed. Did you get on the end of a Harley Reid fend off? I saw you fend off a few blokes.
No, I was aware of it. I was making sure I didn't get done by one. He's not bad at it, but no, I was near him a fair bit of the day, but no, I didn't get done.
Very good. And one more about the West Coast players. Owies, you were caught up in a very awkward incident. What was your take on that?
I just got the text, mate, all clear, so that's a win.
I was going to say, you're not going to get a fine for that one, surely.
No, I was confident I wouldn't, but yeah, I was just trying to swallow the ball, really. And at the last second, decided I wouldn't try and break my elbow, so I just sort of braced for a bit of contact, and I'm glad I've seen it as such.
Oh, mate, I was thinking you'd have to be one of the stiffest men alive to get done. It was an awkward landing. I was glad to see him take his kick, and he looked fine afterward. But I saw you,
he wasn't breathing great. I could hear him on the ground, sort of.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah, it was such an awkward collision, wasn't it?
He certainly landed, not in a great way. It is dangerous, but it wasn't too much I could have done, I would have thought.
I don't think you could have done much more either. And now, we love our comments on YouTube. I want to just say thanks to everyone that's been getting involved. And there's a couple here. I'll start with Nats. Would love to know Toby's real thoughts on the Toby tax.
Nah, I don't buy into it. No, maybe there was a time when it might have been a bit stiff, but I feel like I've got good relationship now with a few umpires, and I certainly make my thoughts clear early in the game if I think I'm due a couple. So no, I don't read into it.
Who's your favourite umpire?
I
don't think you know.
Matty Stevic. I get along with Matty well, actually. Even though we had a little run in, he's a good man. There's a few. I've gone blank. Fuck.
Nick Foot's my favourite. I think Footy's a good man.
We had a good chat actually before the Hawks game about the races, so that was good. He's got good intel as well.
Yeah, well, you can kick a footy as well. You love seeing an umpire that's actually played the game. Mate, one more question before
Brett Rosebery, actually, good man as well.
There you go, another shout out, Rosebery. Now, was King as happy at the end of the game?
Yeah, he was all good. I think we did what we had to. Our third quarter, a little bit disappointing. I mean, you're not going to dominate games for 120 minutes, but no, we did what we had to and thought we started the game really well. And you play against young teams like that, and if they get their tail up, then they become a bit dangerous. So, no, we feel like we played our role reasonably well, and there's always things to work on. But yeah, it was solid.
It was very solid. And it's the last game for 7 weeks, the Easter show. So it was good to see you put on a show for the fans that rocked up. Now, another question from Simon Wheatley, or Whiteley, I should say, here off YouTube. Toby, when you review games at the club midweek, do you use the televised version, including the commentary, or does the club have their own recording?
Yeah, you get behind the goals footage because that's how you get found out if you're not running defensively. So that gets played a lot, as you'd know, mate. And we actually use the commentary we do a little package where sort of the team efforts and sort of 1%ers and good chase downs, all that. So we do a package where Kingers puts together, or the coaches put together of and listen to the commentary about what they're saying about us. So we do get a little insight because I wouldn't really watch the game back with commentary. So that's pretty much the only time I'd hear it.
Yeah, it's a really good question and well answered. And that's the same for you, as you just said there. Individual footage, mute, and just watching tape.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I would never really hear the commentary.
There you go. It's good insight for someone. Let's move on to the boxing. I know you're a big Timmy Zoo man. Did you have a chance to watch his performance?
I didn't watch it because he was on while we were on, but certainly watched the highlights, and it was a great performance. He had a bit of hype, Joey Spencer, so it's good to get it done in 4 and onto. I hope if he fights Keith Thurman, that'll be huge, and it'll probably be here, and hopefully at Kudos, and that'll be sold out. And we saw Keith Thurman the other day against Brock Jarvis, and that was the best live performance I've ever seen, I reckon. So that'll be a pretty amazing fight. I can't wait, and hopefully it's in Sydney because I'll be there.
Is he one of the biggest names we've got? I'm not a massive, me, I don't follow the boxing nuts, but you're a big fan. Is he the real deal?
Yeah, certainly. I think he's had those 2 defeats, which hurt him a little bit in terms of his international career, but one was extremely stiff, and then the other one was, I reckon, against the best boxer in the world at that weight. So, yeah, no, he's certainly world class, mate, and Keith Thurman is as well. So those two it'll get huge publicity if that gets announced, and it sounds like it will from social media. So I'm looking forward to it.
When would that be if they did get that all done?
Oh, well, at least 3 months from now. So I don't know, maybe middle of winter or June, July, August potentially.
Perfect timing for a fight. Well, guess what time it is? It's time for our KPI Construction Stop That. Big shout out to our man Rammer and KPI Construction. Now, there's been a few that popped up this weekend, but have you got one for me?
Oh, Jackie Higgins has stitched up the Adelaide tourism industry, hasn't he? Just a little whack. It's pretty funny.
I think I've got the quote there. Hang on, let me just get it up. I saw it the other day. Here it is. Jack Higgins post-game. Any plans this week in Adelaide? And he replied, no, I don't like Adelaide.
It's pretty funny. It's good honesty.
It's a big KPI Construction.
I love Adelaide. That. I reckon that's great. And I reckon Gather Round's unreal. So they're a bit stiff there.
It's very stiff. And to say it the week before Gather Round, again, big KPI Construction, stop that. I think he might be does he get booed now, or because they're playing you guys that maybe there's not as many Adelaide people in the stands?
No, I doubt he gets booed. No, he's a very honest operator. So, I doubt it, mate.
Yeah, I love the way he goes about it. Geez, he's good at football. And we'll talk about him later because you're coming up against him. I hope you give him a little bit of cheek, which you'll be able to give it to him. But anyway, it's US Masters week, mate. We love the Masters. Man, you've got a good story together. We'll get into that before. But have you or any Giants teammates ever hit an ace before?
No, never got near it. Oh, actually, I did get near it once with Jezza and Charlie, actually. We actually almost celebrated, but I'm no good, mate. So, no, that's about the only time.
Has any of your teammates or any of your mates hit one that you've been with?
No, my mum's hit 2, I think.
Really?
Yeah, she loves it.
That's unbelievable scenes.
I don't think any of the boys have they? I don't think so.
I've only
Withers is the best golfer, I think, but no, I don't think anyone has.
Well, mate, listen to this. To celebrate the ace, PointsBet will pay you out early if your tournament winner bet hits a hole-in-one at the Masters. That's right. Pick a player to take out the tournament, and if they nail an ace, you win. Check your account for personalised max stake limits. T's and C's apply. PointsBet built different. I tell you what, that is unbelievable. Like, you just pick someone to win, and if they hit a hole-in-one, you get paid out a winner. So you're probably looking for a little bit more juice. Now, speaking of juice, we love having a bet on the Masters. We used to always do it when we lived together. Have you got any predictions this time round?
Well, my golf man hasn't got back to me. I messaged him at 1:54 p.m, so that's disappointing.
That's not Prowsey, is it?
It's Prowsey, mate.
Is he a reliable kind of operator?
Yeah, he knows everything about sport. If you can punt on it, he knows about it.
That's unbelievable. Prowsey from PointsBet there. Obviously, that's great.
He hasn't got back to me, but big Johnny Rahm, how's he going?
Yeah, he goes well. He's always up there. I mean, if you want to get the odds up, it's always juicy. I thought you would have said our man Brooksy Koepka at $34. You're going to stick with you're going to be loyal?
No, I don't think he can go twice, can he?
Johnny Rahm, $15. He's third in the market. What about Min Woo Lee? He just come off a nice win a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
does form matter in golf? Like, does it really matter for a Masters if you come in? Yeah, I've always been interested in that, but I hope an Aussie gets it done. But I'm not too across my form lines.
Well, I've got a little one for you, but I think this bloke here, Will Zalatoris, he just loves the Masters, and there's something about when you said does form go into it. I reckon the Masters form has to go into it. It's a difficult course, so $56. Our man Willie, I reckon he can put. If he doesn't win, as long as he hits an ace as well, that's a win. So I reckon just have a little look at that, Tobes. Will Zalatoris. We'll circle back. I'm looking forward to seeing what your man Prowsey has for you. But that's who I'm going for this year. Outside of Min Woo Lee and the Aussies, I reckon he's the nice juicy one, and they're both sitting at $56. That's why we love the Masters. You get some. It's better than Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, you get good odds in golf.
Now, anyone that loves their golf that's watching TFG Tuesdays, we have a sweep. We're going to have a couple of competitions, and we've got a Masters show coming up, so it'll be this and then that. But get online at ausAmericanaces.com.au and enter our sweep for a chance at winning a custom Masters Cobra golf bag and some Inglewood coffee roasting beans for a year. That's right. You get 12 kilos supplied. That's a kilo every single month on your doorstep, so that's not bad. If you love your coffee and golf, you are sorted. So make sure you check out our sweep and our US Masters competition online. Let's get into Gather Round, Tobes. It's that time of the year where we just all gather around Adelaide and celebrate one of the best sports in the world, and that's football. And as you know, we'll be gathering around the Cumby. I still haven't got confirmation if the TFG is going to rock up. There's a rumour that you get your schedule tomorrow. So you're going to let us know, mate. You're popping into the Cumby and celebrating this great round.
I'll see where they send us Saturday, mate, and then I know we've got appearances, and then I should be able to make it from there. But I'm still awaiting confirmation.
There's a lot going on in your camp. You've obviously the captain of the Giants Footy Club. You've got clinics, no doubt. They've got you booked everywhere around Adelaide, and the circle is running around the track and primed Saturday in a Group 1.
He is the big boy. He's rock hard fit, fourth up. It's just grand final day, so really looking forward to it, mate. It's the favourite's going to be tough to beat, but I reckon we're a good show.
You said it was $12 last week. What is it now?
8, I think. 8 on, yeah.
So it's been crunched.
Yeah, it has. Its last run was pretty solid, so it's in good form, and I know it rocks up. He rocks up. He runs 3,200. He eats it up, so we'll see how
he does eat it up. And has the trainer been eating up those voice recordings? Has he sent one of them down yet, or what?
No, Kieran, he hasn't yet. He hasn't, but from all reports, he's going good, and he's set for a big day.
That's exciting. Well, the Cumby will be rocking. Oh, we're going to do something around circles on the day, as you know. We've got a lot planned that day. It's as I said, join us at the Cumby. We're going to be there 4:30 on a Friday. And then we're going to be there Saturday at 12:30 as well. And we're going to be featuring Bernie's Barrel, Tobes. That's right. Free beer until the Bernie's Barrel of beer runs out. So if you rock up early, you're going to get a taste of some free beer on Bernie Vince. And then obviously we have a great lineup. Lockie Neal, Josh Dunkley, Bradley Close, Dion Presti and Jordan Dawson, just to name a few. then Daisy Thomas, Billy Brownless, Bernie Vince, myself, 100K, Chalks Chat. There's plenty going on, and hopefully the TFG, Jesse Hogan and the boys can finish that clinic out in Sturt and get to the Cumbie and watch circles run around for 10, 15 minutes with everyone at the Cumbie. Well, mate, what is it about Gather Round? It'll be pumping. Do you think this will be the biggest one yet?
Oh, they're bloody good, to be fair. They do them really well. As a fan, I reckon it'd be an unreal weekend, especially if you've got a few young kids who love their footy. It's a great experience. Adelaide's just pumping the whole weekend, and it's a good feel around the city. So, I really enjoy it. We're at Norwood, which I reckon is a pretty cool ground, a bit different. It's very different to pretty much any AFL ground. So, looking forward to it. Should be, Saints are up and about, so it'll be a good game.
Perfect ground for Jesse Hogan with the contested clunk. Now, let's just stop talking footy because you've got a cool little business idea you think would go all right at Gather Round. Is that true?
It does, mate. It was sort of grand final day, but I reckon Gather Round might work better because you got all 18 clubs. So you do it on the Sunday before the main game at Adelaide Oval, and it's a 4x100 metre sprint around around the oval, so it's about 4x120. And every team's entered, 18 man starting as on a curved line. So from goalpost, finish at the next goalpost. 4x1, 100 grand to the winning team. So 50 grand to the club, 50 grand to the 4 players. So you get big buy-in from the players. They take 12 each. Club gets 50. Visit South Australia. They pay well. I know because I've done something for them before. But they've got the funds to do this. I reckon you'd get huge buy-in from the fans. It'd be one of the spectacles of the weekend. You get and it's a real the start of the race is 18 blokes starting from the same spot. You got to get out quickly and find your lane. It'd be a bit hectic. A few people will fall over. If you play on the Sunday, obviously you can't have your best 4 runners in. You got to have boys from the 2s. And then some teams aren't going to send their best runners, but the boys might want 12.5 grand, so they might say, I'm running. Go stuff yourself. So I've got our starting with the baton is Darcy Jones. Gets out really quickly, hands it to Finn for the second leg. He's a prime runner. Connor Stone, just electric and holds a good speed. And then we finish off with Callum Brown. That team's going to be extremely hard to beat. Those boys take home 50. Club gets 50. Happy days.
There you go. You've even got the side ready to go. The idea, the side, everything just – I'd love to see who could beat that 4. Connor Stone was surprising. I love Stoney, but I didn't know he was that quick.
He's electric once he gets going and can hold it. Toby Bedford doesn't get in, and he's –
I'm surprised Bedford and Brent Daniels miss.
Yeah, I mean, they could easily go in there, but Finn or Snooze, those two can probably have a race off.
I like this. Let's just quickly break this down. How are you going to do that on a Sunday, right? Even if you play on the Saturday or the Friday, half the teams leave town.
Well, I know, but you just got to, if 4 boys stay to run in it, there's a bit of logistics around it that might not work, and teams might not want to send their best runners or best players, and they want to rest and recover. I understand all that. This is just a hypothetical and an idea to get going. I reckon the crowd would go off. It'd be really interesting. You got to stay, outside the boundary line, but not run into the fence. So it's pretty hectic. It'd be good viewing, and if you got teams entering their, and if you get a really good paycheck like that, all the boys want to sign up. I know.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone does. Obviously, I reckon you got to add a charity element as well. So if you go the 200 grand, 100 to charity of your choice. 50 for the club, 50 for the boys.
That would be special. Yeah.
I think that would be even the cherry on top, as we say. But, I'm just trying to think. Maybe they've got to do it earlier in the week. The only thing as well as the 2s playing, you just have to sacrifice the 2s. Surely the club goes, look, this week.
There's no 2s, though. There's no 2s all weekend in any comps.
Oh, there you go. Well, okay, just one more. Fitness staff. If you play a game on the Thursday or the Friday, 2 days post-game sprinting, they wouldn't let you do it, would they?
Oh, they'll come up with some bullshit reason, but you can. You can.
For 50 grand, you can, can't you?
Yeah, you can. I reckon the club would even push it as well if they're just struggling a little bit, boys. Come on.
Yeah, they'd be rolling you out there with a bit of a tight hammy. I love it. Oh, man, you know me with running races. I love me athletics. So, that's good. Well, get in the comments as usual, guys. We read the best ones out. Let's see what you think of the TFG's idea there around Gather Round. Speaking of gather around, the Saints this week, they've going all right, mate. They've won 3 already. They're sitting 7th on the ladder. Tight ground. We know Rossi Lyon loves to defend and squeeze the ground, so it's going to be could be a contested affair. What do you expect this week?
Yeah, they're going really well. Since that first game, they've been really good. So, and they beat Port in Adelaide yesterday. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Norwood, tightish ground. I still think you can still move the footy and I don't think Saints are all defense. They go pretty hard and they're not a bad running side. So we'll have to be up for it for sure.
Knowing the Saints, they'd be fit, mate. This would be the 3rd game for the Saints in Adelaide. Can you believe that? We're sitting here in round 4 and they're round 5 and they're about to play their 3rd game in Adelaide. And, no
that is crazy.
No disrespect to Collingwood, but they're complaining about opening round. It's only up the road. These guys have been there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's a fair stat. I think when we played there 2 years ago, we played 4 there for the year, which is just rare. So, it's I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy. They're staying there the week, I think.
I think they're there for the whole week.
Oh, they are, yeah. As Jack Higgins told us.
Well, Jackie Higgins, he might be hiding in his room playing PlayStation games after his comments. I'd love to see if he's getting any grief down the streets. I can't believe he says he hates Adelaide. That's outrageous behaviour. All right, well, mate, good luck this week. Before, we always like to ask you, who's your favourite Saint of all time?
Favourite Saint of all time?
If I say St Kilda, you say who straight away?
G-Train. But I love Lenny. He was a bloody good man when he was up at the Giants. But G-Train he's an iconic figure of the game, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. That's why, you know why I got called the T-Train, because it was the G-Train in reverse. Just the complete opposite. All right, you've got something for us before we wrap up. You didn't tell me what it is. You said you'd bring something to the table. What are you bringing to the table?
I want to hear the viewers. I want to hear what people have got for us. That text has come through actually about the golf, so we'll get back to that after this.
Oh, love it.
So the apps that people wouldn't use that you use that are real handy and worth sharing. I've got a new one that's popped up across my desk. Too Good to Go. So it's a new one. It's like all the bakeries around your suburb or different food outlets that. So you reserve right now I can reserve at the Vietnamese bakery up the road. I can put in an order for tomorrow, pick up at 4 p.m. at the end of their business day, $7 for $30 worth of pastries, wraps, food, different things like that. So you get it at the end of the day, not as fresh, but they would have thrown it out. And I think there's consumer laws around, what you can resell and stuff like that. So they obviously got to get rid of it. And you get it $7 for $30. Very worthwhile for the viewers out there.
That is very nice. I like what you've done here, bringing something. This is called value, and you bringing plenty of it. Too Good to Go. Is it spelt with the number 2?
No, T-O-O, Good to Go. Yeah, so that would I'd recommend that. I'm not sure if they're in Melbourne yet. I don't know. I think it's a reasonably new app. So if anyone's got good stuff for us, I'm keen to hear these.
There you go. I like that. Too Good to Go. Well, yeah, your man, Jesse Cameron, him and the Hawk used to smack the bakery. That would be their favourite app if it was down in Geelong.
I love a bakery as well. Well, Jez lives near the Freshwater Bakery, which is probably the best sponge cake in Australia, if I might add.
Oh, the sponge cake, man. Well, let's get into your tip from the Prowse man, our man from PointsBet here, Prowse. What's he got? The late mail on the Masters.
Yeah, he's come back. Nyman or Henley. I don't know either. He said it's the first time of this year. I'm calling it, and they're at odds $40 to $55.
I know who he's talking about. The first one he said was Russell Henley. Was that the one?
Yeah,
$56, and then Nyman. I think he's 31. I don't even know how to say his name, but I know that he's quite a young player. Yeah, it's nice. And his quote is, "It'll be a first timer this year."
Yeah, that's his quote.
I like it. Well, mate, that's all we've got this week on TFG Tuesdays. Good to see you. Form's red hot. US Masters week. We love it. We'll never forget that day Brooksy kept come good for the Punters Club at 11s. It'll be one of the greatest stories of all time. And I hope
it was a good bet.
I hope we can get one of these up. So you let us know who you're going to back at. Which one are you going to pick out of those two? Are you going to go both or are you going to go one?
Oh, at odds, mate. You go both, don't you?
I think you do. And we pray that you get an ace because we know our friends at PointsBet are going to pay you out a winner if they hit a hole in one. which has only been 10 in the last 10 years. So that means there's on average 1 every single year. Well, mate, that's all I've got. All the best. I'll see you in Gather Round. Now, mate, you got to get the communication up like you're on the field. We need to know if you're coming to the Cumbie. So we'll be announcing that later in the week, and we'll be cheering on Circles of Fire at the pub together. Looking forward to that. Have a good week on the track, and we'll see you soon.
Easy, mate. We'll speak soon. Let us know about these app ideas, listeners.
Love it. Get in the comments. Thanks, everyone. That's another episode of TFG Tuesdays right here on American Aces. Hit subscribe. Flick this to a mate that loves the TFG. And we'll see you same time next week.
Wait for it. Go!
The bounce of the footy, roar of the crowd. It hits different, just like the PointsBet app. Now with a faster design, AFL Bet Tracker to follow every disposal, each player's last 5 stats, plus video previews from AFL experts. This is betting made for true footy fans.
PointsBet, built different. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.